Hello everybody, my name is Shelly and thank you so much for being here. I feel like I should do an intro that's like all the YouTubers, like, hey friends. I feel like I had a bunch in my head and now I can't remember what anymore. Anyway, because we're not a professional YouTuber, we're not a professional makeup artist, we get to do whatever we want because this is my channel. And thank you so much for being here, you guys. I am playing today with really a couple new products. I really wanted to try out this new Morphe Glow Stunner Hydrating Tinted Moisturizer. Now, if you're not new here, you'll know that I love foundation serums, tinted moisturizers, things that are light. I have mature, usually dry skin. Right now, relatively normal. I don't know why sometimes in the summer I get like normal skin and then, you know, seasonal stuff. But anyway, so I really like the lightweight, more of a BB cream than a CC cream, more light coverage than full coverage. I don't want to look too mask-like. I don't think it looks good. Just me personally. Less is more, I think. Anyway, so I wanted to try this out because it was new from Morphe, and I like the Morphe products. I don't have any problem with it. I also, while I was shopping on Morphe, I picked up their Glama Bronze bronzer. Did I need another bronzer? No, not really. I also picked up the Madison Beer palette, the, what is the Channel Surfing? And when I first saw this, I was like, you know, like it wasn't really exciting. Now, Madison Beer's, you know, she's a beautiful young YouTube star, whatever else. And this was neutral. And she wears a lot of neutral shadows from what I can tell. I don't watch all of her stuff, but I have watched a few of her things. When I was shopping, I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm going to give this a try because this is my jam. These are the colors that I normally wear. Do I have a lot of them? I think this might have been on sale too. Now, if you guys are not familiar, you can get the Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics summer launch, the Hot Summer. You can get it on Morphe. I'm glad that she has continued her partnership with Morphe. When Jeffree Star, James Charles, all that kind of stuff, everything went on clearance and on sale. A lot of her stuff did too. That was about the time that she was launching her own, but I think they're all Forma. I think it's the parent company still Forma. I think Forma has a hand in Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics. I could be wrong, but that's my impression. So she had the summer collection. She had a winter collection, and then she's launched several collections since December, really. And I didn't get onto the holiday collection. I missed it entirely. I didn't realize it was going to be a short-term collection and it was going to sell out like in seconds. So not good. Some of the other releases, I've picked up some things. Some of them I didn't quite get what I wanted, but then they've gone into Ulta. So I've been able to pick up a few things, the blushes and highlighters and stuff like that. Anyway, so she had this hot summer collection and I picked up a number of things. I didn't get the whole collection. I didn't think the whole collection would work for me. And I'm not a super highlighty kind of person anyway, but I did see that there was a deal where you could get a bundle for cheaper. So I think the bundle was maybe like this, like these 3 products. And then I picked up 2 more because I was fascinated. So we're gonna play with those. And the reason why I'm putting them in with a Morphe video is because you can only get them on Morphe. That should make sense, right? I also picked up the Madison Beer lip. I have another lipstick too. So we've got 2 lips, 2 cream bronzers, and her putty highlighter, just for fun. If you guys are down with that and you want to see my impression of these products, let's get into it. I'm going to start with the NYX Marshmallow Primer. This primer, you know, I love the smell of it. Oh my gosh, my hair is probably getting in my way here. I love the smell of it. Don't mind the consistency. It feels more skin cream than it does primer. So it feels more hydrating. I suspect I'm probably going to really enjoy this in the winter. It does say that it's got like all these, you know, marshmallow root extract or some such nonsense. I don't know. I don't know if any of that stuff's good for you. Like, it smells good. Like, I like the smell of it. This tinted moisturizer, because it says Glow Stunner, I'm worried that it's going to be too glowing. So I didn't want to do like the Ole Henriksen Banana Brightener, because that would be really glowy. Okay, I'm going to grab this Milani Supercharged. This is like an under eye concealer. I'm feeling a little under eye dark right now, and I don't know why. I don't think I slept very well last night. And when I have used this product, I've actually really enjoyed it. You know, as far as like the price point of these products that I'm using right now, I feel like Morphe's kind of mid-range for a lot of their stuff. I think they're big palettes, and I really enjoy them. They're big palettes. If you like big palettes, then they're great. Even their small like the little stutters and stuff. I actually like the quality of them. And I think for the price point, it's a really good value for the sheer volume of shades and the quality you get from them. Just okay, let's try this. I'm gonna do it with a brush today. I got shade Medium Glow. It seems like it's maybe a little light for me. I guess that's why we have bronzer products too, huh? Sometimes when you get something that might come across as being light coverage, yeah, it's pretty light. But I feel like when I do light coverage, I can get away with doing a brush, because then I get a little bit more color saturation, where when I use a beauty blender, sometimes it shears it out too much. And if it's already a sheer product, then it can pretty much disappear. My skin looks glowy. I probably should have done like a pore filling primer in here. You know what? We're just gonna rock healthy looking skin today. That was one relatively light layer. I'm gonna leave well enough alone. I'm actually gonna go in, I didn't bring a concealer in here, and while I have other ones, I kinda wanted to dip into this. This is a Morphe, this is their Fluidity foundation, I think. Yeah, Fluidity. This is shade 2.6 matte. I thought maybe I would take a little bit of this just as concealer. So I literally have just a tiny bit. I'm flipping, I got this IT Cosmetics brush, which I really like for applying foundation. And we're just gonna dab it on where I need additional coverage. And sometimes I always have extra color, and not of the good kind, around my nose from my glasses. And then I got a little sun damage over here. Again, not too perfect. Perfect is boring, you guys. Everybody wants to be perfect. I barely use that, so now I've got a boatload on the back of my hand. Okay, so we got that on, and now let's go into these two putty bronzers. I picked up two different shades. I don't think either one of these was my first choice of shades. So I got Sandy and Toasty. Now, I did look online when I looked at what was released on Morphe, and I think all of the shades were on there. So let's swatch these really fast. This one is Toasty. So let's take a look at what Toasty looks like. I don't really detect any scent. So that's good. It doesn't smell like coconut or something, kind of what I would expect it. But that's actually a pretty good shade. It's kind of it's not super warm. It's not super yellow. It's just kind of a little bit there. And then this one is Sandy. Sandy barely shows up on me, and I thought that Sandy was the darker shade when I looked online, but it's barely there. So I think Sandy to me is more of the bronzer, whereas Toasty might be more of a contour. Okay, so we're gonna take Sandy, since it's the lighter shade, and we're just gonna kind of bronze up the skin a little bit. All right, so this is my first time using this. It's very, very similar to the e.l.f. Putty Bronzers that just came out recently. Very similar. It's very creamy. It seems to go on the skin well. It doesn't seem to be picking up that foundation that I put on underneath. It's blending in. I mean, it's really just giving me kind of a subtle sheen of color, which is kind of what I wanted. I wanted to sort of just warm up that foundation that I had. Okay, let's go into Toasty. I'm just grabbing it kind of on the tip of this here. Let's do just a little tiny bit of contouring with this and see if it builds up on the other and what that looks like. Okay, I'm perfectly fine with that. This actually seems like a product I will continue to use. I could have brought in one of her the luminous blushes. I picked up a couple of those. They're kind of orangey colors. And I didn't, because you can't get them on Morphe, and so I thought I would just kind of keep it to a lot of the Morphe stuff. I'm going to grab one of the Morphe blush duos, though. I don't use these very often. This one has shade Spirit and Spark as a highlighter. I'm just going to grab Spirit really fast. Got a little bit of a fluffy brush. We're just going to grab a little of that. Dust it right on the top of these cheekbones. The powder seems to be applying well on top of those putty bronzers. It doesn't seem to be grabbing too much. It doesn't make it look muddy to me at all. This might end up being a good makeup day, which is good because I need one of those. What else do I have? I do have her putty highlighter, but I think I'm going to wait. Let's get into this eyeshadow palette. I have a couple things I've got to record today for work. So I think I'm gonna keep it relatively tame, but I do have, you can't see it, but I've got this like kind of dark olive green dress on. So I think I'm gonna go in with this neutral right here. Now, she did give us names, but they're on a piece of plastic. It does have a nice mirror in it. And I didn't put on any eyelid primer, but you know what? I'm not going to. I'm gonna skip that step today. I've been trying to do it more and more because I really do think it makes a difference with eyeshadow. Have you guys been doing more super simple makeup this summer? And really all of last year? I mean, have your taste changed when priorities became different due to coronavirus and everything else? I mean, it's been, some people really, I mean, it's been going on 2 years because there were people that were being hospitalized in December of 2019 and didn't know what it was they were sick with. I don't know if I want to do something more purpley. So I do have, I mean, we do have some like this apricot color. We've got greens. We've got some cool tone purples, some like maybe warmer tone purples. I love that we've got a matte black. I love that we've got a matte lighter color like a bone shade and a light shimmer. This is actually a fairly well curated palette for being neutral. I mean, you do have some that end on that tinge cool and some that tinge warm. I'm gonna grab a cleaner brush, a cleaner, smaller brush. I'm gonna grab this color right here, which is kind of almost looks like it's a cool tone brown or a neutral tone brown with a green background. And I'm gonna start on the outside and just kind of work it up. I'm not wearing glasses today for work. I mean, I'll probably put on my reading glasses, but I'm not wearing them for my conference calls and for the videos that I have to record. So I can get away with doing a little bit darker on eyeshadow if I wanted to. You know what? I kind of want to grab this green. Did you guys know I was going to do this greenish gold? I didn't until just now. Very creamy. I don't think this is a different formula. I think this is pretty much normal. I don't know that she curated the formulas or if she just did the color story. I'm going to grab just this shade again. And we're just going to put it right in here. Because while it may be a bit dark and smoky, theoretically, I think because they're neutrals and they give me the shape that I want, I can get away with it for my calls. Dragging a little bit of it down below, but not too much. You know what? I'm going to grab the lightest kind of bone shade in here on a bigger, fluffier brush because I want to diffuse that top edge a little bit. I think this is the shade that works really well if you've got a concealer or an eyelid primer and you want to set it down. I also really like to use a matte, lighter shade on my inner corner. It gives me that brightening effect without being too glittery and shimmery. So let me grab a little bit of that same bone shade and we'll put it right here. So, you know what? The quality seems to be very consistent with what I would expect from Morphe products. I'll actually use this. This seems like an everyday go-to palette. I'm going to grab a little tiny angled brush and I want to go into this black color here. And we're just going to kind of grab a little bit of it right on the lash line. I normally don't do too much black eyeliner because I think it can be harsh, but with a powder and just kind of smudged in right against the lash line, not too crazy, it can be soft-ish and just give your lashes that kind of definition. Makes the root look thicker. Insert joke here. Sorry, I probably shouldn't be making root jokes. Okay, it's nice that they have that she does have a dark in here because I really feel like that gets you that gorgeous, rich, smoky look if you want. So yeah, that's a fun little palette. Did I grab a good mascara? No, I do have a couple eyeliners that I grabbed and pulled in here. I don't think I want to put any of them on. We're just going to put them back in the little cup here. And I'm going to grab this is the Maybelline Lash Sensational Sky High Mascara. Let me put a quick coat of this on and then we'll play with some lips. Okay, so let's take a look at these lip products that I picked up. Let's go back into Jaclyn's Hot Summer collection. This one is, oh, these are her lip oils. So we've got Crystal Drip, which I think is just a clear yeah, clear one. There was one other one, and I don't know that I ordered it or not. I think I got Candy Drip. Yeah, I got Candy Drip. I wanted the Rose Drip, but it was like sold out right away. Yeah, just a clear lip oil gloss. I'm not detecting any scent on it. My take on the lip oils, I love them. I use them a lot. I've got several, and I've just been kind of keeping them every room in my house. I don't want to spend a boatload of money for something that just doesn't stay on your lips. So this is Candy Drip. And it looks so bold in the package, but when you swatch it, it really is kind of a sheer pink. I wouldn't even call it, it's not really fuchsia, it's not really red, it's just pink. This one is called Venus. Oh, this is Madison Beer. This is her Venus color, which probably goes really well with this palette, if I recall. Okay, typical Morphe angled cap on it. The lucite package, or component, I don't really mind that at all. Yeah, I mean, how many neutral, dusty, pinky, mauve colors does one person need? Apparently all of them. Operative answer is all. Completely forgot, this is her under eye moisturizer. I should have done this first. Are we gonna do some right now? I should have put this on before I did everything else. Not the right order, but considering my eyes were feeling a little crepey, let's see what this, because I sometimes do this. Like I sometimes will tap on moisturizer on top of my worst of it throughout the day and just kind of keep them going, especially if I feel like the color is okay. It's not horribly dark and damaged looking. I don't know why I thought that was another lip product. Sorry, you guys. This is Backseat Love. This is a liner from Morphe. And oh, it feels like I need to sharpen it. Okay. Yes, I definitely need to sharpen that one. Okay, let's grab her. And the shade is Venus. All right, Madison Beer. Let's see if your lip glosses perform. Seems to be very appropriate with the eyeshadow. It's a perfectly fine go-to everyday lip gloss. Like there's nothing about it that I go, oh, this is different. It feels comfortable. It's not sticky. I need a powder. I've got this Hourglass Veil powder. We're gonna take that. Looks, I've got a smaller travel size one that I, for whatever reason, have in here. So I'm powdering my skin and then I'm realizing that the highlighter is a putty one. Okay, so let's try this putty highlighter, you guys. I'm sorry. I'm not doing these in the right order, but I'm having fun for a neutral, kind of boring makeup day. You guys like the colorful stuff, don't you? And like anybody can do like a neutral eye look. All right, this one's pretty dense. This might work. It's a little bigger than probably would have liked, but let's just pick up some of the product. And that might be the way to go. Okay, what shade did I get here? This is Star Power. It was hard looking online trying to determine which color matched up with which name. And even when I went back in and saw that they were on the Morphe site, I took a look again and it was just hard to tell. Okay, so this is like so many highlighters. This one really does seem to get into some of that texture. So this might be one that I do before other makeup. I don't know, I'm gonna have to play with it a little bit more. But on first glance at this, I just don't think I have the right texture to be able to pull off that particular caliber of highlighter. I didn't grab any more powder, but we're just gonna dust a little bit over the top to see if we can't cover up some of that texture. It's not good. Okay, the only other product I brought out here that I didn't use was this Glama Bronze. Do I need a bronzer on after everything else? I don't know, not really. I mean, my face looks pretty good. I should probably leave well enough alone. That's what the package looks like. Kind of looks like the box. And it is huge, 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 huge. I don't think I was expecting it to be this big. All right, so we're just gonna grab some of it. Am I gonna go to my calls and be like, oh, you're especially bronzy today, Shelly? All right, you know what? I think this is a good, I don't, what shade did I get here? Big Bold Bronze. This is Originator. And I think it's actually a good color for me. For wearing a lot of neutral colors, I sure do have a lot of products on. that's it for playing with some of this new Morphe Glow Stunner Hydrating. I want to put this up against the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter. And then that other new one that's like the Age Rewind, the new Age Rewind one. I might try these. I might put all three of these together in a battle. Would that interest you guys? You know what? My makeup looks perfectly fine. I might set it down. I've got some Morphe setting spray here. Might as well keep it Morphe. Favorite setting spray still. Okay guys, that's it. I know, super simple, easy, breezy makeup, no big deal, but this might be what a lot of we're wearing right now. I feel like right now I go a little bit bolder at night for date night, but during the day it's neutral. And this is again probably a little bit more smoky or glam than I probably needed to have for just a work day. Which reminds me, I gotta get back on it. This is a nice little break for me. I hope you guys are doing really well, and yeah, leave me a comment down below. Tell me, were you interested in these? I kind of want to try one of these on now. That other lip gloss went on so well. I hate to gank it all up, but let's just try this. All right, that might be one that I keep next to my desk. I think she missed an opportunity to scent this. I think I kind of expected it to be scented. I am wiping it off before I put it back in here since it picked up some of that other gloss. No cross-contamination. All right, you guys, I hope you guys are doing really well. And thinking about you guys, leave me a comment down below. Tell me, honestly, do you guys buy Morphe products? Or are you still not on Team Morphe? Just curious. All right, guys, hope you guys are doing really well. And until my next video, bye for now. I do. Hey. I still have Hamilton brain. Sorry, guys.